So his name is Diogo. And Diogo.
Hello everyone again. Here we are to the next game of the 2023 World Bothy Youth Championship here in Povo de Varzim, Portugal. It's a pleasure to be here and have a pleasure to have here with me Mario Dislil. Isn't it Dislil?
The Lille is fine.
Delili, okay.
Yes.
Mario, welcome here to the comments. Thanks for our invitation. First thoughts about the game.
Thank you, Andre. It's a pleasure.
So here in this game we will have from Portugal Diogo Castro and Carter Plumb from Canada. We are expecting here a great game. In the other court we have Portugal in court number two with Luis Costa against Aloisio Caihon from Singapore. Brazil with Lucas Fernandes against Matias da Silva in court number 3. And the females will play now two in BT3s with Dalma Ubjal from Hungary against Yan Chan from Hong Kong. In court number 5, Yan Jia Wei against Alice Moreira from Portugal. And in the court number 6, Luisa da Silva from Brazil against Dimitra Papadopoulou from Greece. So coming here to the game, what are your expectations here for the game, Mario?
Carter is really ready for this game and for this event. Obviously, not knowing the opponents here is challenging, and he's an athlete that is looking for this experience and looking for the everything he can gain from this event will be something he's gonna get back home. Carter did not his first bigger event. He did never participate to any international competition, so there's a lot of nerves here going on.
Yeah, for sure. So
That's
it's
a great
a good
ball.
start. A good start from Carter here. He puts the ball really around the 4 meters and a very good first ball. And we have in the other side Diogo Castro, is player from FC Oporto. He's representing here the national team of Portugal. He is the actual junior Portuguese championship, so we're expecting here a good level of play. But with this start, he have to make all he knows here to open this game situation. Probably he'll try to open this, isn't it? So we will see.
It's a great start.
We talk in the next before that the VC3 class is very specific. The type of balls that they are using. The kids are using the same type of balls of the seniors, or they are developing yet. And what are the biggest differences if they are from the seniors and these juniors in the different
There's no
stages?
much different, Andre. We try to have get the experience we have with the older people, those more on the national team, and try to make sure the younger athletes are working their way like suppose, and so they use the softball, the hard ball, and the medium ball.
Yes, they are in development, but the starting points are not from the beginnings here. They have the experience of the oldest players that can help a lot to improve easily the step by step,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Absolutely, there's so much to learn, so much to learn in this category. Lots of detail, lots of very fine tuning to do with everything. Obviously, all the equipment is a bit complicated, right? But so we're just trying to make sure the base is good, right, and the athletes have a good habit to when they start. So there's maybe 5-6 years of experience now with Carter, but it's really in the last year or two that things are getting together in terms of everything.
Yeah. So Diogo moves a little the red ball. Now he will try to remove for sure. He needs to use two balls, so it shows that was a really, really good ball from Carter. And now Diogo have the chance to give back the situation. We will see
Yeah.
if he's able to place the ball. And Carter used here a different strategy. He plays more in the center. Maybe the other players are not so used to that approach. So it can be interesting here to see what Diogo can do with this little change of strategy.
Diogo probably played his too hard ball right now, so he will go with the placement now that Jack is open.
Yes, and the way that they have to manage the balls and the type of balls. No, if you use now two hard balls, is a good advantage at this moment to Carter. And this placement is very important. And
Yes.
he did it very well.
Very good placement from Diogo. It's now Carter now to have to displace.
Yeah, I have to try to do the same thing
Yes.
on the other point.
This is the kind of starts we see at the higher level.
Yeah, for sure. You are saying that Carter is not the first, is the first international competition, but how long he practiced or entered the game? How long he? Around 5 years, 6 years, or
Yeah, maybe 8 in total.
okay.
Started in school and slow starts, but for the last 2-3 years, there's a lot of improvement and lots of learning and lots of things that he's now able to apply, and he got lots of experience from the tournament he did in Canada, and he enjoyed the game so much that there's a lot of learning at each of the event.
Yes, that was in front of him. Really, is difficult to create a situation that too open, isn't it? So
The ball actually went any further on the jack ball. Must hit the ball on the side and maybe could displace more. You see that he's moving the ramp. He's gonna try to slice a little more here.
yeah, the other balls beat really in front of the ball and don't make.
Yeah, it's really about the angle. Right?
Yeah,
They
here.
need to find the right angles, and this is something quite not necessarily new, but many years ago we wouldn't see that. Right? There's a lot of movement of the feet now in the BC3 class. Those who are not doing this, they probably not succeed now.
It's good now that they have the chance to go to the box in the side to go to aim the ramp is good, and that rule can be good for the players. But
Yes.
you can see the different styles of aiming the ramp, isn't it? So that can be a difference to get better lines to that. This is a problem or not even in the BT3s, because
Yes.
some players have more ability to go with the trunk to see different angles, comparing with these two that are
Yes.
always behind of the
No,
ramp.
absolutely. The rules that have been updated in the last years are helping the player in many ways.
Yeah.
But it's still challenging, as you can see, when a very soft ball is sitting on the jack. Very difficult to displace.
And now with the two balls played by Carter to try to open, maybe now we will change the approach to the game, now trying to get some defense there. Maybe have a little gap between the red and the blue, trying to put one or two balls there, trying to reduce the chances to Diogo to make more. But
He's probably going to be a little more defensive now.
it's difficult for the young players to have that decision, isn't it? So because they
Yes.
always want to change,
Absolutely.
but they have to put a stop and stop. It's time to defend.
We have to remind them not to be too aggressive. We don't want to, any player don't want to be score 4 or 5 points after one end. So you need to put these ball closer and
Yeah.
hope that they limit the point against. You see, Carter has lots of spasticity. It's very challenging for him.
Yeah.
For after a game, he,
Totally
he
tired.
sweat a lot and he's very tired. Yeah, the second game of the day today, he can do 2 games, no problem. But there's a lot of energy that is spent on the court.
And we can see the using of the time sometimes for him can be difficult. Two balls to play
Yes,
with in
yes.
30 seconds. It's difficult now to prepare all the situations that he needs to make a good
He's
shot.
seeing the time flying, yes, and
Yeah.
he gets more nervous.
More and more and more. He and the ramp operator too.
It's a learning.
Yeah. But he can do. These 2 last balls were not what he expected to do, for
Probably
sure.
not. No, he was trying to get on the blue there to avoid maybe another push or just an opening, because the Diogo has 4 ball to go, right?
Yeah, 3. Because they used to open.
Oh, he
and
was
one to
ready
place.
2. Yeah, okay, right. 3.
Maybe seems that he goes to the left side. Maybe he'll try to remove that. It's always difficult to say what is in their mind, but
Yeah,
seems that he'll try to remove that.
probably
jacks.
going on the red.
Oh, the red,
I
sorry,
think
the
so,
red.
yeah. Try to hit the red on the side of the blue there and place 2 other ball.
Yeah, because if they have a hard ball, they can try to use. Otherwise, it's difficult to place that ball.
Yeah, oh yeah, it depends on the type of ball.
Yeah.
Because he already played the 2 harder ball.
We'll see what's the option here from Diogo. I don't know if
He seems to go on the red. Yeah,
Yes.
give him some
I got the
space.
space there.
A little bit. I'm sure he don't like this red ball to be behind there, but he can place 1 or maybe 2 now.
Now can use the red ball in the left side if he needs that.
He can ricochet. Yeah, you're right.
Make a ricochet there and try to get the point from that side. We will see now if he have the good measures to this distance.
Diogo seems to be a very good player.
Yeah, and he used to play with players with high level here in Portugal. It's
Okay.
good if you have a chance to go sometimes, not play only with juniors, but have the chance to go to the seniors and play against
Okay.
them. So
Okay, good. And he's from Porto?
he's from Porto, yes.
Porto? Good. It's always the way for them to get the experience, and playing against the experienced
Yeah.
athlete is very helpful.
Yeah, so well done, Diogo. Probably 2 for seems
Two
for sure. I'm not
Two
sure,
for sure.
but,
Probably 3.
but probably 3. Yeah. In the end, was nice. It was good for Carter, not getting here
Mm.
more than 2. Yeah, the referee is saying 2. Okay.
I think she's saying 2, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So 2 points in the first for Diogo.
It's a good start here from Diogo. 2-0.
Of course, scoring on the opposing jack is always a good start.
Even if you know that sometimes in BT3s, in the other classes too, but sometimes you get good opportunities in the opponent side because you have better angles, or
Yeah.
sometimes
We see
that
that more
happens.
now. Right, you're right.
And nowadays they are not so fixed. If you play in your zone, you will win the end. But it's always good when you can.
Yeah, the sports has changed. We see more and more offense on the on both sides of the court, and and more possibility to score on open and jack, definitely for the last couple of years. Looks like the junior are imitating the senior, which is good.
Yes, if you have good models, it's good.
Yeah. Good models, good coaches.
Yes, in this class, probably, I don't know your reality there, but the parents have a role very important, isn't it? To support and to help and to be ramp operators. Is the same in Canada, or you have specific persons to do that?
Absolutely. It's we have many of the player that are the sports assistant. We call them the performance partner in Canada, and many of them are either mother or father or sister. The family needs lots of involvement if for the athletes to improve, and the big makes like a big family, big bunch of family.
And it's needed, isn't it? So otherwise,
Yeah.
it can be even difficult.
So Jennifer is the sport assistant of Carter is the mother.
That's the same as Diogo. So the parents here are very important to all of them.
Absolutely, yes. Oh, there's some space. The ball is well placed, but if it's possible,
A little gap there.
yeah, it's possible to maybe get on the
back of
on the right side.
Yeah. And sometimes you have, a lot of times you have this question: what is the better to put the ball touching the jack or giving a little space? What's the better thing?
Yes, yes.
Because sometimes if he misses the way that he can put this ball near the jack and again have to
Yes.
use another ball.
Those are tricky balls. It's an excellent ball because it's going to be in the way for the whole hand. If it doesn't displace it,
He will be there for sure.
which I think he will do now, this ball is going to be in his way for the whole hand.
Yeah.
So I think
It's better to push off.
He's going to take it off. Yeah, hopefully the ball goes on the right side, on the left side of the jack after. Right. So there's an
Probably
opening.
we need another one to. From here, it's not totally possible to see it, but maybe.
I think he has access to the jack, but he might go for another displacement. There's a lot of decision that needs to be made in each ends at such a level when two great players are playing.
The decision maker, it's very important, isn't it? And
Very.
in this point, the experience that you have and to see balls and play different balls like this, and you know better what to do because your experience give you all the information. Maybe if I go slowly to the blue and my place there, and then I can push on the jack.
Yes.
Can be a chance. Otherwise, I can open and then place the ball.
Yes.
You will try to, yeah.
Yes, these kids are just starting to see
this
everything,
process, yes.
this process. So it will be a lot about the learning here. We try not to put too much pressure on only winning. It's about
The process.
It's about the process to get to the wins.
Aí
Who is it?
Wallace Viana está aqui a perguntar quando está o jogo da Luísa BC3 do Brasil neste momento, final do primeiro parcial, 3-0 para a jogadora grega Dimitra a ganhar 3-0 a Luísa do Brasil. O jogo da Alice Portugal neste momento também está a perder 1-0 contra os jogadores de Singapura. E temos também Luís Costa contra o jogador de Singapura também a perder neste momento por 1-0. No campo número 3, Lucas está a ganhar 2-0 contra o jogador francês Matias da Silva.
Good ball.
So coming back here, sorry Mario, good ball now. That ball support this second ball. And
Absolutely,
can put
yes.
some
That's a
problems
very
here
good
to
ball.
Diogo.
Jack is hidden now. Gonna have to make Diogo work now.
And working with these players, how you can manage the type of balls, because at this moment is important. They understand the properties of this jack ball. If the jack will be movable, we will stay there. This work is very important, isn't it?
It is very important. It looks very easy
Yeah,
to
looks
play,
to
but it is not. Every balls are different. You got to put them at different height in the ramps. You have the extension to take care of, the positioning of the ramp within the box. There's so many things to consider at each shot. I'm telling you, they're exhausted after games.
Okay, Diogo here, trying to simplify the process, isn't it? Trying to give a little, but seems that ball cannot be open there a little gap
Yeah.
to Carter, and Carter maybe have a good chance here to not only to change the situation of the game, but to defend a little, isn't it? So if
Yeah.
you can put a ball between the blue and the red.
He has a
maybe-
ball to sit on now, so it's might be an easier shot.
You will see if he'll try to place that ball there or try to only to push on a little on red. We will see in a few moments what you're gonna do. And sometimes you have even to think in the floor. We saw in the two games before that sometimes the ball goes straight, but in the end turning to the right in some points of this floor.
Okay.
In this side of the court. Not this side, the other side, the left side of the court. But
That's the other thing to consider. And the athletes only had one training session. That's a good ball.
good one, good ball. And now we will see.
Also, sometimes the balls when we travel, and because of the different temperature, the balls are acting different in some places, and there's still lots of humidity. For example, it's very difficult to
Control
have
everything.
consistency with their ball.
And even the floor, sometimes the players need some lessons of the golf players to reading the greens, isn't it? Because
Yes.
it's important to know but it's so difficult, and this is the reality of this game. If
Yeah,
you play by
yeah.
the floor, so you have to count with that, isn't it? So we'll see now the option of Diogo. Maybe for sure he will lose a
Gonna go for the big hit.
hard ball here. Maybe try to push the red to push the jack to the blue. He will not enter in the total power of the ramp, but perhaps know that can be enough.
The opening, yeah, there was an opening. There's a red still very close to the jack, but there's a little opening that can be used now.
As you can see from here, a little gap between that two reds. I'm not totally sure if the ball will enter in one ball or if he needs two, but if this first ball stays between those two, after that can push on.
Yes, probably. Let's see what he does.
He will make a placement shot now. I think. But we never know the type of balls that they have, so
No,
difficult to comment.
it's difficult. Yes. Looking at the ramp, he has no extension on, so it's
Seems to be a
probably
placement, but
it's probably a medium ball.
the ball is.
The ball didn't make it. No, it was not hard enough.
But now he's in position to try
He
to
can
push,
push,
and
yes,
to
yes.
see what's happened.
Maybe this is what he wanted to do, eh?
Yeah, I think yes. Put one there, and now with a harder ball,
Yeah.
can try to open a little more.
Yes, I think this
We
is
know that
what
Carter,
he,
the red ball of Carter is really, really close to that ball. Carter for sure will be always the chance to score here. But we will see the outcome of this shot now. Outcome's okay.
Yep.
And
So that
we'll
was-
have the last one to do the same thing again.
he has
It was
ano-
well played by him.
yeah, another chance. Carter has 2 more ball after this.
It's
He's
good to
good.
see the families here around the court, to see the kids playing. We
Yeah.
are not so used to this with the old sometimes, but here we can see.
Yes, it's very nice to see a
To
lot
see
of
the-
people. There was a little push there. Might be enough for scoring.
Yeah. Let's see if Carter will ask for the score. to
Carter
see.
should ask, yes.
I cannot properly see the
He's gonna go and
position
see.
of the red.
Yeah, sometimes he prefer go out and see for himself. But that takes time. Okay, so she's saying it's
It's
tie
tied.
right now.
These tight situations are always difficult to manage, isn't it?
He has 2 more balls, so let's see what he can do with the first one. He will probably go and try to open.
Always depend of the jack if he movable or not. But maybe if he touching the red ball, maybe can try to do the point for him, and maybe the other one. But we don't know.
He might even go on the blue in between,
Do you think that ball can be
or just on
removable?
the little on the side of the inside of the blue maybe to open a bit and then place his last ball.
Okay.
They're better placed than us for the angles.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't know.
Maybe he will try to use all power that he have. 13 seconds to throw that 2 balls. Was a fault.
What
here.
is that? What is it?
And now we will have here. But the referee don't stop the ball.
Should have stopped the ball.
If
She was standing in front and she didn't stop it.
yeah, but now we will have a stressful situation here because because they have to reposition the balls and not be easier at this moment. I
Yeah,
don't know if they
that
can
could have
use
been
the-
avoided. Yes,
Yes,
definitely.
I think so too. But okay, yeah, it's a process that referees are learning too. So.
Of course, maybe some learning for the referees too, right? It's that was a great shot. It's
Yes, it was a great shot.
it's
It will
unfortunate.
be for sure one for Reds. But now, what are you really gonna do?
She's not going to do nothing. This is
This situation. Sorry, but that
we'll
makes
have
sense.
to
That
see
makes
at the
sense.
end of the end
What's
what's
gonna happen? And easier the experience of the players, the other players in the place of Diogo will
Yeah.
make some.
yes.
I think Diogo wants to, he moves the chair, but this situation.
So no more time. It got there. I think it was fine.
He gives the point for blue. Strange situation here in the end of the end, isn't it? Wasn't it?
Yeah, a challenging situation, and with this last ball, I think if the point is blue, they may not argue
Play,
too much.
yeah. He is asking to measure, isn't it? So since
He wants a measurement.
Yeah, it seems that he's asking for a measure.
Yes, measure.
Yes. Talking in Portuguese is difficult. Let's see if the assistant can.
I thought he was asking for a measurement, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure now. He may be referring to the fact that the ball was not stopped.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe he's saying that the time will stop and she will. Okay.
Yeah.
That point, I don't know. I don't have the certain of the things, so I cannot say nothing about that.
It might be.
But the play before, I think, was
Yeah, it's
a
about the
mistake
fifth
break.
ball. It's
Yeah.
about the fifth ball. But I'm not sure he can do
That was the
something
question
now.
of the game.
In theory, it should have been an advantage for Carter, but it happened at the end that the blue is scoring. So
Yes, she's saying that the ball when he stopped was not in time, and they moved the game in other positions. So
that's what he's arguing.
I think that he's arguing, and well,
Yes.
there-
Okay, she's saying he needed to call it right away.
maybe it's time to ask it to the referee now. Okay, and
I think it's gonna be fine. He gets it now. Again, experience.
experience. I will say the same.
Experience here.
Yeah. This time, a little lucky here from Diogo. Otherwise, was be a little lucky of Carter. Isn't it? Was difficult situation to manage here.
He
So,
was a great end.
yeah. But this is an end to record and to show to both players what to do in the next time.
Yes. Gonna bring this experience back home. He's a very intelligent athlete, and
He's making the scholar process.
yes, absolutely, yes.
Yes.
More and more time into boccia after every year he does more, and coming year is very important for him, for the family, and for the experience. He's gonna bring back home to Canada, may benefit some other athlete as well. Three nothing. We have a good game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Diogo will have now a penalty ball because of the fault of
That's why. Yes.
They are preparing that. Sometimes during the games there are some faults that the ball have to be removed of the game, and the opponent have one penalty ball, and that penalty ball you have 1 minute to try to put the ball inside of the square that is in the middle of the court. The square you have 35 centimeters in each side, and we will see. Now in BC3s they usually are able to do. We'll see if
It's gonna be short.
he's missing. He missed a point,
Yeah.
1 point or 2 points in the ramp. So
The line was good, but there was not enough power.
so 1-0 for Portugal at this moment. 3-0 to Diogo. Hard game here. Different situations to manage.
Diogo seemed a very calm athlete, huh? He has muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, I think that I don't know him very well in the process of gaming,
Hmm.
but he looks always like this, like Pesca or
He
something.
looks in control. Yeah,
Yeah. So, but I believe that inside he is
absolutely. He must be
absolutely.
nervous as any other.
This is a learning tournament for everyone. So
This is what for the youth is. They're gonna be there at one point, and now they're getting the very good experience from all situations. I'm impressed, Steve. There's a very good quality of play
yeah,
from uh, from a lot of the BC3s anyway. No?
some of these kids entered in the European Championships last year, and um, the report that we received was that the level was good, but not the high level of the sport. But
Hmm.
we are seeing here improvement of the game because
Hmm.
I'm
Yes.
really not expecting for so many good players to do very good things. So it's nice to hear,
Many
to
of these
watch here.
athletes could be in World Cup.
Yeah, for sure, or even challengers for sure. So I think that the coaches in the national teams will be some problems to pick players, isn't it? So these youth championships can be a good help or a good
Yeah,
a good add, how to say add pain
of
for the
course.
coaches.
It's usually good problems to
It's a
have.
good, yes.
I prefer have these problems.
Instead of don't have players.
Yes.
And we passed some when World Boss made the rules for female, the mandatory of female, and that process at the beginning was a difficult process, but now we are seeing more and more girls playing and playing well. So it's
Takes
sometimes
time,
what we think takes time. Yeah,
it takes at least 2-3 years to get things going. But after almost more than a year now, we kind of see more balance in some category, but some are still challenged. BC1 female is a little bit
yeah.
weak now, so well,
I think is that maybe that BC1 female is the class more difficult to have the level to grow a little more, go to next step.
yes, there's a lot of
But we are seeing more and more girls playing in the BC1, so it's good
yeah.
because we are seeing that they are here.
We're gonna see more definitely with this rule, with having the female division. We have to look for such profile of athlete now.
It's always a problem because with this you have a lot of good players out of the competitions. You have a lot of males that are good high level players that are out now.
That can't
But
play.
otherwise, you
Yeah.
are coming back to the sport and new talents. So
The fact that the team and how the pairs are now on, there's no
mandatory.
substitute,
So
right? So there's a lot of very very good athletes that have to stay home. Unfortunately, now
Yeah.
we can't bring everyone. We need more balance in terms of male and
it's
female.
difficult to balance that. So we cannot have the best of the world. So
Exact.
But-
And that was also a wish, of not only BISFED but the IPC, to get more female, more women play the game,
yeah,
more sport for women in general at the higher level, more possibilities now. So
Now here at the start, Carter plays short, the most shorter as possible. The ball was the first ball was nice, but in good position for Diogo to push off that ball. Seems, yeah, in one ball was able to do that, and now have time to.
He decided to go very close. It can work, but we'll see.
These strategies are thinked by the player by himself, or they are worked in advance.
We usually work on the strategies in advance. In some situation, it depends how much capacity we have to work with the athlete. In this case, Carter is in the province of Ontario, and our national training center is in Montreal. So we could have Carter a couple of times around us, but it's a lot of on them and on the Ontario coaches to develop, which they have done. And for here, we just wanted them to be comfortable and play where they were comfortable. So there's no specific strategy. We leave the athlete choose the position now.
Good ball here from Diogo.
Yeah.
I will only make here an update to the results. Ok, Mário, obrigado. Vamos falar aí com a equipa técnica para mudarmos a descrição. Realmente estas females estão um bocadinho diferentes e vamos tratar disso. Obrigado pela tua atenção. Tiago Tavares aqui outra vez a dar força, depois de acompanhar a sua colega Alice, agora também o seu colega Diogo. Rui Reizinho, os BC1 de Portugal, o Francisco venceu os seus 2 jogos. O Pedro Veloso perdeu e a Beatriz ganhou, portanto estamos num caminho bem interessante com estes resultados. Em relação a Jéssica Azevedo, os jogos brasileiros nesta ronda, vamos dar aqui uma olhada. Neste momento no campo número 3, o Lucas está a vencer na BC3 masculina o Matias da Silva de França. E no campo número 6, a atleta Luísa da Silva está a perder 4-0 no final do segundo parcial contra a atleta grega Dimitra. E neste momento é o update que fazemos em relação aos portugueses. Alice a perder 2-0 neste momento.
He create an opening with a hard ball.
E o Luís Caravana empatado 1 neste momento.
So there's possibility for Carter to hide the jack now. Carter plays with a very long pointer, and he's able to. Here we go. It's a good ball from Carter.
And Carter retribute what Diogo does. Open placement, now open placement. And now we will see if Diogo have balls to do the same, or we'll try to, I think probably we'll try one time. But now the things are different because the red ball is not removable so easily because the blue ball is there. But we will see.
We'll see. He has to consider. And we're in the third end. There's a 3-0 lead.
Probably can think in defend a little.
Could have a yes. Maybe I think he has a slice.
We will try to. One interesting point here is that Let's see what's happening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that
He's scoring.
is going
Yeah,
blue.
yeah.
But Carter in good position here to change again. And you see that the red ball stays in the blue. And
Can definitely push that ball, yes.
now can gain now a good advantage in this end from Carter. Now he have the chance for sure.
Yeah, because it will be difficult to displace after.
Yeah. And now everything is different because there are not so many balls. Interesting point is in each head we have a sentence to the same situation.
Yes.
So
Which we see at the higher level again.
yeah. So it's not easy to decide what to do. Is it?
There you go. Oh, that's nice placement. I like this placement. We work on that very hard, like the push and stay, right? Push, but not too much for the second ball to stay there is very important. So not all pushing needs to be done with the
With
very hard
total
ball.
power, yeah.
And that's one reason he played short here, so
Can control everything.
So he can control the push and the displacement, even with some softer balls.
Nice now, Diogo. Have to think. Have to think and manage the game. He's winning 3-0. What's the best option here? Try to attack again or try to have a different approach? Seems that he will try to.
Yeah, he's going for it. Eh?
For yes. Seems that he will try to do here again an open situation. Seems that he will go between the red and blue, trying to.
Yeah, there's probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now
Give him a chance. Yes.
he will see if have angle to push on the blue one in the right side, or if he'll go trying to make a kind of ricochet in the red ball.
Yeah.
Well played by Diogo, wasn't it?
He has a couple of options here. He's gonna go for the push. Again, moving the feet of the ramp permits more angle and possibilities. So very important, and he's on top of that. Aiming from the other box. It's now allowed. So
If it's allowed, he's gonna use it for sure.
yeah.
With the precision that they have, probably isn't a problem, but that red ball can interfere with something. But I think
A little
he
bit.
can easily use short
I think he has a
distance.
pretty straight line to
Yeah,
the blue.
To the blue. So
Carter may still have a
chance.
chance. There's a hole there.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Very well done.
Great shot. Great shot.
In the right side of the. Yes, perfect.
Now it's becoming very difficult for Carter, and only 2 balls to go.
Maybe Carter will try to do the same thing. A bomb there, trying to open the jack, and after that, trying to push on the red.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll see if that
Needs,
will pass in the middle of that too. That is the question.
I'm sure he believes he can do it.
Yeah, and there he goes. Up and up, and
He's
try
gonna
to
have 1 minute for
to
his
give the
last
answer.
ball.
Yeah, to the goal.
So there's enough time.
Great hand, this isn't it? Very alternative way of play.
Yeah.
Similar situations between of them, and they are doing.
Oh yeah, it's a great game.
The ball don't pass.
That was That shouldn't. That ball was not well aimed.
No,
He had
it's not
more
to
space
defense.
there for the feet of the ramp on the right side. $30 to go.
Ana Moreira e Célia Moreira. A Alice, neste momento, no final do terceiro parcial, está a perder por 3-0. Tem sido pontinho a pontinho para a jogadora de Singapura. Um aqui, outro ali, outro ali. Neste momento, 3-0
He's
para a
gonna
jogadora de
miss
Singapura.
time. That's not going to work. I thought there was plenty of time, but I think he's got confused a little bit.
But what you talked before about the physical characteristics of the player maybe have a high interference in these situations,
Well,
haven't it?
we can see it, right? The Diogo looks very much calmer, but it's because of the type of CP, right? Of Carter, is more spastic CP, so meaning he can when the nerves kicks in, there's more involved in the movement, and it's more difficult to push a ball when there's only a few seconds.
Wasn't enough this last ball, I think. 1-0 for blue. I'm not sure, but
yeah, there's only 1 point.
Yeah, Diogo maybe a little afraid of something here, and I think that if we use a little more power, no problems with that. But 4-0 at this moment.
Yeah,
the game is not ended, but is in a good way to Diogo, isn't it?
Oh yes, definitely. And again, that's it's about the learning for both of them, and Carter, I'm sure, does. What we see here, we see that in Canada as well. The time is very challenging, but he's gonna get better at that, and gonna find solution. We're gonna find solution together, and with the other coaches of the. And
then nothing is ended. I believe that Carter will pass for this group phase, and maybe in the final stages of these competitions, both can be played together, because they seems to be high-level player, both of them, and this situation of this is the first competitions, there are no ranking, so it's difficult to balance the level of players, and we don't know if we have 3 high-level players in one group and on the other, so these are the things that can happen in these first competitions ever. So
at the same time, it's exciting to everybody's mix, and we don't know who's who's the best. And having the pool of 3 basically mean if you won one game, you should go forward, right? And the lucky one were those who end up in Pool A and Pool B. The winner of Pool A and Pool B will have a bye.
Directly, yeah.
So they go direct to semi-final.
And the points that you score against in the last game probably allow you to thinking in pass, even if Diogo lose the next game. But I think that Diogo can have good.
From what I've seen, Diogo should win the next game.
Good chances to win the next game. So here a good start from Diogo. Not exceptional. I think this can be easily opened by Carter, but everything depends where the blue ball will stay after the opening. If he will open.
He should go for the opening, yes. I think. You don't have to be a very big opening here. You just hit the blue
and easy way. Try to maintain the ball.
Yeah, in front. And then if you don't score, you can push, or the baller may be a blocker for Diogo too.
Yeah. Even he'll try to place only, place not.
Was
to,
probably more a placement, yes.
Yeah. But with that, if need to reduce the score, what can influence the attitude of the players? Be more offensive or more defensive? It depends of what. What do you think? Um, because you have some players that are very offensive, and the situation is always too open.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, you have some players that say, "Okay, I will play the ball and I will maintain the game."
Mm-hmm.
What can influence that? What do you think?
It's hard to say at that age. Eh? They are in this situation. For nothing. I would personally, I would have. You need more space around the jack if you want to score 4 points. So displacing here might have been a good idea, or just pushing the jack back. He's really working hard. You can see, maintain
He's
his.
trying and trying.
Yeah. He doesn't use enough. He should be out of his box to aim a little more.
Probably now with a good chance to place that ball and to change the end situation. We will see what he will do. The ball seems to but a little touch in that
bad.
ball, in the red ball. The ball looks to be good, but
Yeah.
give a little touch there.
The angle is difficult now.
Yeah, the line was not totally clear, wasn't it?
No.
So, and
He's
Diogo-
working hard. Find his way. Oh,
No,
oh,
yes.
oh, oh.
Well, pass there.
That's a good one. Right in between. Oh, a little bit ricochet at the end.
That ball seems that the line is really, really near. And now we'll see what Diogo was able to do. I think that they have a good line there to at least,
He can probably, there's a hole there,
yeah,
right?
probably.
He's going to use a red ball to stop.
And after that, if don't
Or to
change,
ricochet.
yeah.
Diogo seems to be already very experienced in this decision making.
And then the level of the club in BC3 is the club that he trains is high level. Therefore, next year I think that they will have 4 players in the first Portuguese division in 8 players. So it's a good level, and if you have good partners in your training, allow you to grow, like we said before. So
Yes.
this can be.
The environment is very important for the learnings and the experience, everything they can get from that. I like when they train together, definitely. When the best are training together.
I don't know in Canada how it works. In Portugal we have clubs and we have the work of the national team. You work with the players in the national team, or they work by themselves in their clubs? How does it work?
In Canada, the biggest problem we have is the size of the country. going to Vancouver for us at the other end of in British Columbia from Montreal is like coming here in Portugal, basically, in terms of the number of hour flying. So it's very difficult for national coaches to be everywhere in Canada. So we have a training center in Montreal, and we do training camps, and people come for some time to train. But during the rest of the year, they train in their clubs, or sometimes alone with a coach, by themselves with a coach or with just another player. It's very depending where the people are geographically. Those around Montreal can have more support because this is where we have the training center.
We have the lucky to be a small country with a great story in the sport, even though it can be important because the references of the kids are high level players, and if you say they achieved this or that, so if I play like him, maybe I can achieve too.
You have lots of models in Portugal with lots of history.
And that's really interesting because it seems that they go one in a row behind the other, so it's
Yes, yes.
and we hope
Nice
that
to
this don't forget this step by step. But
We do have great model too in Canada, and in the BC3 class we used to have a very good performance internationally. Paul Gauthier was a great player for us, won multiple Paralympic game medal, and unfortunately these kids they haven't known Paul, so they see him on video only. So it looks like he was.
no, the time.
Oh, it
is
was
up.
time.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was time. I think. What's the time? She will ask. The referee will ask the
She's asking for the head referee.
other referee. It seems that have
Maybe
a
a
fault.
wheel, huh?
No.
Maybe that was a wheel.
Was a retraction of ball because of a simultaneous touch. I don't know. All this retraction. I don't saw what was the fault.
No, I don't get it.
Nos Jogos de Portugal, a Alice acabou agora de perder o jogo, 4-0 para a jogadora de Singapura. Pena aqui a Alice, não vimos o jogo, mas terá sido um jogo ali muito equilibrado, um ponto perdido em cada parcial ao longo de todo o jogo. Luís Caravana perder também o seu jogo 5-1 contra também um jogador de Singapura, neste último parcial a deixá-lo fugir um pouco. Num jogo ainda com brasileiros, final do jogo também para a atleta do Brasil, Luísa, que acabou por perder 9-0 contra a jogadora grega, que parece aparecer aqui em grande forma, esta Dimitra, com bons resultados. Voltamos aqui com a possibilidade de Diogo neste momento a ganhar 4-0. Vamos ver como é que ele faz o término do jogo. Mario, here a watcher of the live stream is saying that the ramp assistant was holding the pointer at the same time of the release. So
I see. Okay.
So it's a simultaneous action, and is the retraction, only retraction without penalty ball.
Okay. Yes.
Thanks for that 1, 2, 3. Thanks for the confirmation of the fault. It's always good to be with you and see that the people are with a lot of attention. We hope that you are enjoying our live stream and give your comments, please. It's always helpful for us. So here Diogo, and now with a chance to score more points.
Yeah,
And
gonna get.
I'm married for you. It's Allison. Allison making the comments. So we see saying, she's saying hi to you.
Hello, Alison. Alison's always on top of
Of the live streamers.
He likes the live stream.
Nice. And you will try to push that ball again. During this game, we saw a lot of times Diogo using this strategy to put one ball there and try to push on,
Absolutely, yes, he's good at doing that. He played a very nice game, very good
Yeah,
game. It was a good
very-
game by Carter too. The points not necessarily represent the whole situation.
Yes, I think that when,
He was challenged then.
in the perspective of the general public, when they saw 5-0, 4-0, it's a amount of, but the people that know something about the sport know that 4 or 5-0 can be a very tight game because one point
You're
goes for
right.
you and another one for you, and we have the situation of the second hand was difficult to manage for.
Yes,
Um,
it's
So-
no, it
don't represent the real difference between these
not
players.
always, not
I think
always.
Diogo plays very well with very low misses. So
He deserved all his points. He played well, but
now the ball, I think that
maybe he gave one away. Or
yeah,
he's still going to score, but
I have to measure. But in general was a good and quiet game. So
many things have happened.
until the last ball, isn't it? So
They're
but-
two great athletes. They
I'll-
might go ahead, the two of them. We'll have to wait tomorrow.
We will see now the measure of these balls. Very careful here for the referees that hard balls of the BC3s are always difficult to measure if they are there. It's the work that I don't like to have it, be a referee. So tense situations this. Seems that pass for one side.
It looks very. Oh, looks very tight, very close. Okay, so I guess we have a tie.
One. If I'm a player, I will ask for the other referee. Okay, seems that will be 1-1. Final score 5 for Diogo, 1 to Carter. Mario, last thoughts about this game.
It was a great game. Again, lots of learning, I'm sure, on both sides. We could see Carter being able to do some shot, but he did struggle a bit with the placement of his chair, and he's gonna learn from this. That said, I'm happy with the game that he played. Diogo seems to be very calm, and he probably at this point have more experience, and I'm sure we're gonna see him probably in the semi-final,
future,
if not
yeah.
in the final.
So we have to make here a correction. Was 1 for blue and not 1-1. So the final score is 5 for Diogo, 0 for Carter. Thank you all to be here. It was a pleasure to make these comments. Thanks to Mario. I hope to see you in the future games and enjoy this competition. Good luck for all you and your athletes here
Thank
in
you.
Portugal.
Thank you, Andre. I'll try to come and help you another day. We'll see.
Okay, we return at 4:25. In a few moments, we are here again to watch the game of BC4's Andrea Costa against Lok Sing Chu. See you soon.